with heat 4 now hitting the lineup. Last year's event runner-up, Julian Wilson, the Australian taking on Alejo Muniz of Brazil at Margaret River and Brazil. And Julian coming off the back of a poor result over at Rio. But let's see what he can do here. Takes a high line run to get out in front of this section. Drives up into the lip and unloads. Nice backhand snap. Caught behind for a moment here. And now looks to get busy with a bit of foam on the face. Doing well so far. Throws an air reverse. But can't quite ride out of that one.
How much speed did he have flying into that move?
Here goes Alejo Muniz now. Bit more swell on offer in the opening stages of Heat 4. And Alejo just drops to the bottom here, driving up into this steep section and committing big time to a couple of huge hits. And he gets out of there.
And first up, let's watch what Julian got done. Again, very high line. Watch him ride high and then drop down and get all that speed. Here's the high. Now he's dropped down. He's got a bucket of speed and rimps into a really difficult section. He did well by smacking the lip there. Kind of had to regain speed here, just a little wiggle. And then the wave pretty much fizzled out. It's not going to really keep the a counter right there. Not going to get any points for that little reverse as he didn't ride out of it. But behind him, 2 to 3 successful snaps from Alejo Muniz. Nice wrap here, just trying to set his pace. Another clean cutback. This is the money turn right here. Put a lot of pressure on that tail. Kind of had to airdrop out of that snap. Great indication that he's using a critical part of the wave. And a 6.3. I thought maybe he would even go just a little bit higher. Nonetheless, he has the advantage run.
And actually did himself a mischief, injured his knee, and as a result missed the first 2 events of this season. It's been a long road back, and here he goes again. Looking to put it back up on the board, but goes down.
That was really hard to watch. I remember that ride where he hurt his knee, pulled into a barrel and got clamped. Just kind of shoved his knee down to the deck of his board, tweaked it. So Julian, you know, maybe not one of the first names you think of at Cloud Break, but he kind of owns it out here.
Well, this is Alejo, just the one turn on this ride. He had a 6.33 on his first, second wave a 1.7. Third wave will probably be a little bit better, but it's not going to be a keeper as Julian uses his priority. And a clean hit, releasing the tail on that first move. Winding through just a couple of setup turns to get to the end section here. Nice little backhand float. Although he's had Julian's measure, but the only other 2 years that Julian's competed here, he's lost out to the eventual winner. Here's a replay of that last ride.
Third snap right there. A really good flow. Seamless. You know, every time he bottom turned, he ripped right into a nice top turn. No real stamp on this wave, not one extremely explosive maneuver that stands out, but consecutively just kind of piling, stacking points up on top of each other. Pretty solid ride. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Well, here we go. This is Alejo now. Looking to get back into the lead. Needs a 4.84. Really strong opening maneuver and super committed on the finish. Just 2 moves. But turns like that and the combination of major moves generally scores pretty well.
He smacked it right in the face on that closeout maneuver. So he made a solid score out of a wave that was more or less a closeout right here. Snapped it, and as that wave was bottoming out underneath his board, he did a great job of stepping on a tail to keep his surfboard from purling. Now watch his back foot right here. He's going to step on it to get that nose, keep it out of the water. Everything was trying to make him poke.
That score's coming through. It is a solid reward for a couple of big hits. 7.67, he moves into the lead. Wilson now chasing a 7.83.
Let's see if he can handle this situation.
Well, here's his opportunity to get himself into the lead. Just flowing down the line at the moment, and he takes a fall. So a wasted opportunity with priority and pressure. So he knows how to take down these big names. Here's the replay of Julian's ride. We'll see what goes wrong here.
Side offshore, creating those weird chops, and yeah, there you go. Great angle there. you can see that wave had a lot to offer. So big mistake there from Julian.
This is one of the biggest set waves that we've seen in this heat. Easy decision to use that priority up, and the requirement for Alejo here is something better than a 6.33 to make life really difficult for the Australian. And he goes down, so he's not going to better his lead, and with a minute and a half to go, and we are not seeing too much out there in this lineup. And you just know Mick Fanning and Kai Opner paying close attention to just how slow that heat was. Julian Wilson is out in the second round for the third time this year, damaging to his world title prospects. But probably at this point, just a very sour feeling, because he was so close to taking this event last year, and he would have loved to have gotten the big prize in 2016.
I wouldn't be surprised that Matty Wilkinson's pretty excited right now, because even though Julian's way down in 12th, he has the potential to get a couple of wins and fight him for that title. So, you know, this is going to make Wilco happy.
Huge result for Alejo Muniz.
Big one, yeah. And, you know, well-deserved, too. That snap on that 7.77 was sick.